Did you know that the majority of people are unaware of the silent harm that something next to your bed is doing to your body every night? Particularly as we get older, we take more medications, consult more specialists, and try to figure out what's wrong with us without realizing that the issue could be right there in our head, causing everything from headaches and insomnia to memory issues and irregular heartbeats. What if I told you that low, continuous radiation from the very gadgets we rely on in our beds could be the cause instead of aging? In this video we're going to reveal 5 everyday bedroom items that quietly emit radiation that has been linked to sleep disruption, hormonal imbalance and other health concerns, especially for older adults. These are not complicated machines, they're things we often place close to us without a second thought, things we've gotten used to. But if you're over 60, your body's sensitivity to environmental stress is different now. What your body could ignore at 30, it can't anymore. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness, because once you know, you can make small changes that protect your health, your sleep and your long-term well-being. Let's take a closer look at the bedroom items that might be quietly shortening your life without you ever noticing. Number 1. The cell phone beside the bed. Many of us sleep with our phones next to us. It might be on the nightstand, under the pillow, or even in our hand. But here's the truth that most people don't want to admit: even when it's not in use, your phone is still sending and receiving signals, emitting low levels of electromagnetic radiation that your body absorbs. Now you might say, I've been doing this for years. This is precisely why it matters. Decades of exposure, particularly during your most susceptible sleep hours, have been linked to even modest levels of phone radiation interfering with the generation of melatonin. That's the hormone your brain needs to help you fall and stay asleep. And poor sleep in older adults is linked to a number of conditions, including heart strain, memory loss, and impaired immunity. However, radiation exposure doesn't remain on the skin, it gradually enters. While studies are ongoing to determine the long-term impacts, experts already concur that reducing direct contact is the best course of action. Some researchers have expressed worries over proximity to the brain, particularly when phones are held inches from the head for 78 hours every night. Walter, 74, of Michigan, used to wake up groggy and have a pulsing headache most mornings. He attributed this to aging until his granddaughter read about phone radiation and recommended moving the phone across the room. After a week, the headache stopped, he began to sleep deeper, and he woke up with greater clarity. No new medication, just one change. So here's what I tell people: if you need your phone as an alarm, keep it on airplane mode and place it at least 6 feet away. If you don't need it at all, power it off before bed. You don't need to fear your phone, but you do need to respect how close it's allowed to get when your body is trying to rest and heal. Number 2. The Wi-Fi router in the bedroom. It might seem harmless, a little box with blinking lights quietly humming in the corner of your room, but your Wi-Fi router, especially when it's within a few feet of where you sleep, can be one of the most persistent sources of electromagnetic radiation in your home. The signal it emits is constant. Unlike your phone, it doesn't take breaks all night long. It's pulsing, transmitting data even when you're not actively using it. Now the issue isn't just the presence of radiation, it's the timing. When you're asleep, your body shifts into repair mode, cells regenerate, your brain flushes out waste, and your heart rate slows down to recover. But when your nervous system is quietly being stimulated by non-stop electromagnetic waves, it's like trying to heal in a room with the lights still on. Research has linked prolonged nighttime EMF exposure to disrupted deep sleep cycles, higher cortisol levels, and increased oxidative stress, which over time can accelerate aging and weaken your immune defenses. There's also something psychological at play here. Technology next to the bed gently promotes late-night email checks and night browsing, reminding users that sleep deprivation has a cost. People who sleep in rooms with an active Wi-Fi connection near their beds reported experiencing more frequent awakenings, restlessness, and afternoon weariness, according to one study. I'll give you an example from the actual world. Marilyn, 68, of North Carolina, used to fall asleep to internet videos in her bedroom. Her router was next to her lamp, and over the years, she noticed that her blood pressure was rising and that her memory wasn't as good as it used to be. Her doctor couldn't find anything serious, but when she made the decision to move her router out of the bedroom and commit to turning it off at night, she started to sleep better, her energy returned, and she felt sharper and more like herself. Please leave a comment in the second section below if you're still watching this video and find these insights helpful. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest doing so and turning on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support enables us to keep producing high-quality content that will educate and motivate you. Let's move on. The third is the electric blanket you never unplug. Many older adults find that using an electric blanket every night and leaving it plugged in while they sleep could expose them to a constant stream of low-frequency electromagnetic radiation against their skin for hours at a time. This radiation doesn't feel hot, buzzy, or hummy, but it penetrates and over time can disrupt their body's natural nighttime rhythms. Your body uses a drop in temperature during deep sleep as a signal that it's time to rest and heal, but when the electric blanket keeps your body artificially warm and your tissues are continuously absorbing electromagnetic fields, it interferes with the process that keeps your heart, brain, and immune system healthy. Surinaz issues a warning, particularly for men. Closeness to the reproductive organs. Because the pelvic area's blood vessels and nerves are sensitive and delicate, prolonged exposure to heat and electromagnetic fields, EMFs, even at low levels, can progressively alter the suppleness of the circulatory tissue and, in certain situations, cause numbness or decreased sensitivity. This isn't intended to frighten people, rather, it's about realizing that our bodies are more sensitive than we realize, particularly as we get older. Let's discuss a person I met at a health lecture. He was Walter, 74, from Minnesota. He believed that using his electric blanket every night for almost 10 years was improving his sleep, but he also experienced restless nights and frequent nighttime urination. When he was told to stop using the blanket overnight and instead warm up the bed before getting in and unplug it entirely, he was dubious, but after a few weeks, his sleep improved and the tingling in his legs began to go away. Before going to bed, use the blanket to warm the bed for 20 to 30 minutes, then disconnect it before lying down. Alternatively, use a microwavable heat pad or a hot water bottle. These alternatives provide that warm warmth without the unseen expense and don't produce radiation. The fourth, many contemporary wireless alarm clocks continuously produce low-level electromagnetic radiation, especially if they have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi syncing features. The wireless alarm clock next to your head may appear harmless, a tiny digital clock with blazing red numbers resting on your nightstand. The issue is not only that they tell time, they are placed directly next to your head for 6 to 8 hours every night, which is a significant amount of time for your brain to be exposed to an invisible cloud of electromagnetic fields. This is particularly problematic for older adults, as their blood-brain barrier becomes more susceptible, making the brain more susceptible to long-term changes. Over time, your sleep quality may deteriorate without you noticing it, leading to lighter sleep cycles, more morning awakenings, and increased nighttime waking. Many of these devices emit light, sometimes red, sometimes blue, and red light has no effect on circadian rhythms. Some people even report experiencing tension headaches or brain fog that goes away only after taking the device away or deleting it. I remember Mary, 67, who claimed that no matter how long she slept, she always woke up exhausted. She had a Bluetooth alarm clock by her bed that charged her phone and synchronized with her smart home system. When she finally replaced it with a simple battery-operated analog clock, she was amazed by the difference within days and reported more restful sleep and fewer headaches in the morning. Blue and white lights have been shown to suppress melatonin, the sleep hormone, so that harmless glow could be pushing your body out of its natural nighttime rhythm. Keep your clock at least 3 feet from your bed. If at all possible, choose a non-digital clock or one that doesn't use Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. If your clock emits light, cover it or turn it away from you. These small adjustments won't cost you anything, but they can subtly safeguard your brain and the quality of your sleep. Please let me know in the 4th comment below whether you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful. Whether you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest doing so and turning on the bell so you don't miss any more videos. Your assistance enables us to keep producing quality content that will educate and motivate you. Let's proceed to number 5. Out of all the things in your bedroom, the metal spring mattress underneath you is one that you lie on every night and that few people realize could subtly harm their health. Despite its apparent lack of connection to radiation or poisons, the metal spring mattress has recent concerns have emerged around how traditional innerspring mattresses can interact with electromagnetic fields in your environment. Here's how it works. Most metal spring mattresses contain a network of interconnected coils. These coils, because they are conductive, can act almost like antennas, picking up and amplifying ambient electromagnetic radiation from things like nearby Wi-Fi routers, cordless phones, or even power lines outside the house. The issue isn't necessarily the presence of EMFs in the air, it's the way your mattress may be concentrating them directly beneath your body for hours at a time for older adults. This matters. Our bodies repair themselves during sleep, cellular regeneration, hormone balancing, and immune support. All of this happens most deeply during restful, uninterrupted sleep, but some studies suggest that long-term exposure to low-level EMFs may disrupt sleep architecture, increase oxidative stress, and interfere with the body's natural nighttime restoration. You might not initially notice it, but as time passes, you might have greater muscle tension, exhaustion, or a mild fog that doesn't seem to clear up. After experimenting with everything from white noise devices to sleep aids, George, 74, told me he had been having problems getting to sleep for years. When someone mentioned the possibility of EMF interference, he took a hunch and switched to a mattress made of latex and natural foam instead of springs and metal. Within 2 weeks, he reported having the best sleep he'd had in years. Now, let's be clear that not everyone will experience this effect, but if you've tried everything else and you're still having problems with fatigue or restless sleep, it might be worthwhile to think about what's beneath you. A non-metal mattress isn't just for comfort, it may be subtly supporting your health in multiple ways. If replacing the entire mattress isn't feasible, even adding a thick natural fiber topper can help reduce direct exposure from the coils below. Sometimes it's not the glitzy new device or the obvious habit that's affecting your energy, it's the thing you've been sleeping on for decades, believing it to be neutral, but it may be subtly making your days harder than they need to be. Final thoughts. There's something unsettling about the idea that the very room meant to protect and restore us, our bedroom, could be filled with things quietly working against our health, and yet when we reach our 60s, 70s, and beyond, we no longer have the luxury of ignoring what drains us. Every little bit matters. The small hum of a plugged-in clock, the flicker of a device on standby, the glow from a screen left on, these might not seem like much in the moment, but they add up, especially for those of us who want to protect what we have left: our clarity, our strength, our years. The good news is this awareness leads to action, and action leads to better days. You don't have to throw everything out or panic. Start small, unplug what doesn't need to stay on, rethink what's near your head as you sleep, maybe even open the window once in a while and let your bedroom breathe with you. These choices aren't just about avoiding radiation or chasing after the latest fear, they're about reclaiming a sense of control in a world that often makes seniors feel invisible or powerless. You still get to decide what you allow into your space, you still have the right to protect your peace. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.